Well, hello there people from the internet, and welcome to more Battlefield 1. This time we're playing a little bit of multiplayer, and this is Foul Fortress. Now, this is my first match that I played, and I wanted to see if my favorite vehicle got that nerf that everybody was asking for in the beta. We all know that in the beta everybody said the tanks are a bit OP, and there should be something of a bit of a tweak done to it, so he's not that powerful, and people can't just go 40, 50, 60, and 0 without really doing anything for the match, as it were. So the conquest has been adjusted. You all know the conquest now, kills and everything do matter now, as we wanted it to be, and your strategies can still be applied when you play in your favorite mode, which is conquest for me. I mean, there's nothing that I'd rather play, and it's the first and only mode that I'll hop in straight away. Obviously I'll try everything else along the way, and I'll try war pigeons, and I'll try everything, the operations and everything else, which is a little bit of a mix of sort of conquest and rush, but we'll get to that in a different video. As for now, the tank itself, yes, it did get a few tweaks here and there. It does take a bit longer for it to spawn. I mean, I've had situations where I sort of just looked around and just wanted to see how long the tank spawned, and it took like 3-4 minutes or something like that, so it does take quite a bit of time for it to spawn. You only have, specifically on this map, you only have the one tank on each side. Once you sort of lose the A flag for this side, anyways, for the British, you'll go back to your base where you can have a tank. But if you keep the A flag, you can have a tank out of the A flag, but you can't have both at the same time, so you can't have two tanks on the battlefield at one particular time. Now, another thing that what they've done is, as you remember in Battlefield 4, it was pretty easy for you to hop out and repair, as you just press E, you're out, you press E, you're back in, and all that, and it was just easy enough for you to keep on repairing and keep on shooting. You'd get back a little bit, and then you're back into the fight, murdering everybody that you see. Well, in this one, because they have the animation's going to take you quite a bit of time to sort of get out, get your little wrench out, or repair tool, repair, get back in with the same animation. If somebody throws a grenade, there simply isn't enough time for you to sort of get out, repair a little bit, and get back in. Even if you just get out and you want to get back in, it's still not enough time, and you will die. Now, snipers can kill you as you're getting in and out. Flamethrowers can kill you as you're getting in and out. A grenade can kill you as you're getting in and out. So there's quite a bit of killing to be done while you're trying to fix your tank. Well, you can always stay inside and fix it, but that has been increased, so it's not as fast as it was in the beta. So it's going to take you quite a bit of time to repair it, and you need to sort of be away from the fight. The grenades do a bit more damage, the AT weapons do a bit more damage, everything's sort of geared up so they can take on a tank, and nobody can sort of complain about, well, the tank is too OP, although I still think it wasn't OP in the beta, because I did make a video telling you how you could take out tanks fairly easily, and it wasn't really an issue for me back then. But then again, people don't enjoy it as much as I did, and they got a little bit of a tweak. Well, the tanks, all of them did anyway. The howitzer, I mean, I still prefer the basic tank. I still think that the basic tank is the better tank to use out of the three, although I did use the howitzer one quite a few times, and I did enjoy playing with it, but I think I'll stick to the basic one because that's kind of the tank that I want to be using. Now, the Foul Fortress itself is pretty cool with the weather effects, and it's nice to see the sort of the new behemoth that comes on. It's a giant ship that comes out, and you can just blast the shit out of everybody with it. Another cool thing is that you'll have the addition of boats. That you can have a couple of boats roaming around. You can just go ahead and stay out in the open a little bit and just keep on shooting the infantry, since a lot of the flags are kind of close to the shore and everything sort of based on the map, on the sort of shoreline. You do have a couple of flags which are going to be further sort of inland, as it were, but you still have little bits of water where you can go around and cover most of the flags and help to defend or maybe attack those flags. And I did spot a couple of the old vets from Vietnam. You know, in Bad Company 2 in Vietnam, you had the PBX where you could just go out in the middle of nowhere with a boat and just blast the shit out of everybody with it, and there's not really much you could do, and you had to get a couple of guys with the RPGs. But now you have a couple of DA guns that are mounted on the shoreline, so you can deal with that pretty quickly and pretty effectively. So that's a cool little thing that they've added And especially it's nice that you can deal with those boats. You don't have to wait for somebody to come in a tank. As I mentioned, there's only one tank per side, and you've got to sort of take a lot of communications for you to get somebody in a tank to take down that boat. You can just take it down yourself by using some of the AA guns. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I'm really impressed with is the graphics. The graphics just look absolutely beautiful. I'm running this on a GTX 970 and an i7-3770K. Running on 144 Hertz. It just runs beautifully. There's no stuttering. I haven't crashed. I haven't really had any bugs, and I haven't really messed with it too much, but just sort of done the basic settings, and then I'll go into it later on to adjust certain things. But the map looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to playing most of the maps that are available out there, all the modes. I mean, Conquest is the quintessential Battlefield for me. There's nothing else that I'll try, no matter what they do. Conquest is always going to be the... What the fuck just happened then? I think that dude just crashed into me. That's right, Doctor. You teabag him because it helped bring it back to life. So I think Battlefield for me is always going to be about Conquest, but I'll definitely try everything else. Try the new operations, try the war pigeons, try everything else just to see how everything works and how everything's balanced. But so far so good, everything looks good, and I'm just really looking forward to playing a little bit more out of it. Now as we get towards the end, as I said, this was my first match, and I was the defender there for 18 flags. I did do a bit of defending because I didn't want nobody to take over our flags. As a squad, I was alone in my squad. Best and fifth. I went 46-0, as it turns out, so not too shabby for an old bastard like me. But hey, tanks are still good if you know how to use them. So that's pretty much it for me. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, post a comment, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.